Hello! Today we're going to learn how to make stories with StoryJumper. This is an example of a finished product. It was made by a student of mine. As you can see, he talked about horrible monsters and how the kids can scare them away. So he used a picture on the left side and text on the right side. When you click here, it passes the page, right? So let's see what you have to do in order to make a very nice story with StoryJumper. The first thing you have to do is go here to StoryJumper.com and then you click and sign up as usual in order to make a free account. You choose a username, password, then you have to select a birthday so that they can see whether or not you're an adult, because the features are different, right? And you can select that you're a teacher, but it's not necessary. You click and sign up, and then you will have an account. Once you have an account, this will be your dashboard, right? You will have your username here, and then you will have the option of creating a new book. I'm going to click and make a new book, and I have different options. These are templates. For example, it's a story about your childhood memories, or the ABC of something, or the monster, but we're going to start from scratch. We're going to make a blank story, right? So then we will load our control panel, and this goes like this. Here at the bottom you have the front cover, the dedication page, and here we have the different pages. So this would be page 2, this one would be page 3. And here on the left side we have all the different things that you can put in your story, right? So you can put obviously text, props. Props are like things, for example, characters or things that you can use in the background. Scenes, which are backgrounds. For instance, this one would be a background, a scene, and a prop would be this girl, right? So this is the difference between scenes and props. And then in photos, you would be able to upload your own picture, either for background or for a character. It could be even a picture of yourself, right? So let's create our first scene. If we don't like the one, there are a few here as samples, but we can choose more scenes, and you can search or choose among different topics they have. For example, I'm going to say that I want pirates and see what scenes they have. Right, so I get these scenes of islands related to pirates, so I'm going to add them to my library. You can see that when I click here, they fly to my library. I can also look, for instance, for browse ships, and I'm going to add all these different scenes in my library for me to use them. Well, I can search different scenes that are within the program, right? So for instance, this is going to be my first scene, or this one, this island, and I'm going to remove this prop, just delete it. If I want to delete the scene, I just click in no scene, or I'll just change to a different one, right? So this would be my first picture, and now I click on the right, you can see that the orange border marks the active window, and I'm going to use text. I can use this kind of text, or this, right? I'm going to delete all the things I've done here. Well, maybe I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to delete this one, right? So you can see there's a little hand here. I can move it, I can make it big or small, and once upon a time, and I write my text, and of course I can change here the color, the size of the text, the font, and so on, right? So this would be my first page, a picture and once upon a time. In order to go to the next page, just click here, and I'm going to use a different scene of the boat, for instance. This is a boat, and I'm going to add a few people here. So in order to add people, I click on props, and I look. There's nothing related. Maybe I can include a cat, for instance. So I take this little cat here, and I can make it bigger or smaller. But I don't have a lot of pirate things here. So again, I can click here on more props, or search props. pirates. And I have a lot of different pirates here that, as before, I'm going to include them in my library. I even have parts of people, so I can create my own characters. This parrot, this treasure chest, and a few interesting things here, right? So I add as many things as I want. And now I can start including my little pirates. So in order to move them, just drag and drop. I make them big, and let's see the things that we can do with them, right? This one is to copy, this one is to flip, like this, right? So you can see that it goes one way or the other. Since I put the cat first and then this would be in front of the cat. If I click this arrow, then it would be behind or in front of the cat, right? So I can put this, for example, this little parrot in her arm, a treasure chest, which is not loading for some reason. I'm going to try again. The treasure chest does not want to work today. And, for example, this little hat for my pirate. I can make hat bigger so that it fits her head, right? Just put it here and you drag from the corners. It's giving me some, I'm sorry, but my Wi-Fi network is not very good today. There we go, I'll just leave it. The small hat for this girl now. Right, and again, I would come here and write the text. For example, with these little stars. Say hi to Captain Morgan. And you can write as much as you want, right? So then, by default, you have 16 pages. The ones that you are not going to use, you have to delete them, right? In order to delete a page, just click here. Right below the pages, there is a delete page. So all the blank pages that you have at the end, you have to delete them, right? In case you want to continue with these scene, and you don't want to do the whole thing again, you can copy this page. Right? So you would get it here again, and you can move it to somewhere else, right? So you don't have to redo the whole thing from scratch. Right. After you've finished, you go to the front cover, and you have to choose what's the picture in the front cover is. This is why we have to make the story first. So you choose, for example, the picture in page 4, and that would be the front cover. The pirate and the cat, that would be the title, and the author name, story by the Elephant Bitch. That would be my cover, right here, and here the dedication page to my parents, who never failed to give me support. Every time I publish something, that is my dedication, all the time. It makes my mother cry every time she sees it. Right, so I have the front cover, my dedication, the first page, the second page, and so on. And exactly the last thing for the back cover, you can, if you want, choose, again, a picture for the last cover, and of course, you can change the color, and so on. Once you have finished your story, the front cover and the back cover would have the same color, right? Once you have finished, you click on Save and Exit. And then you click in Share. So you copy this link. If you publish it, then it would be completely public. I mean, this could be featured in the front page of StoryJumper. You could find it in a Google search, But if you just copy this link here, right, and you have to do it, privacy level has been changed to family, so you can share your story. If you don't do it, even if you share this link, people will not be able to read your story. So the first thing you have to do is click here. Now you copy the link and you can paste it in a portfolio. You can share it with your students, and this is how you can see it, right? Parrot and the cat. It makes a little noise. Once upon a time, say hi to Captain Morgan, right? The thing is that you have to delete the pages that you're not using. For some reason, the scene is not showing now, and as I told you, this is because my internet connection is not going very well today. But it should be seen at some other point, right? So we already have our first story, and in the next video I will show you how to include your own pictures, not just the ones that are included in StoryJumper platform. So I'm going to show you how to include your own pictures in your story. Thank you.